The following program is brought to you by Tampa Linen.
When I feel a little bite on my tuchus, I look at my blankets and I think to myself, only you could do this.
Tampa Linen is the first company that ships intentionally with bed bugs, and a lot of people say, I don't want that in my home. I don't want my kids to have that, or my animals. But this is wrong. This is wrong, guys, because Tampa Linen thinks of bed bugs like bees. You know, people are all about, oh, that music is really loud. People think of bees as like, oh, bees are important, you know? Like when you were a kid, it was like bees were bad because they were trying to sting you. But now bees are actually good for the environment and the ecosystem. And that's the way that Tampa Linen, you don't get it, because you're not very smart. You don't get it that bed bugs are actually very important for the ecosystem and the environment. And we want to support that here at Tampa Linen. And a lot of people say, oh, it's just that your factory is not clean and that your shipping department is in a rundown, very cheap factory. And that's not, it's not like that, man. It ain't even like that. So Tampa Linen, get yours. It's a little expensive, but you should get it. Okay?
Make pee-pee on socialism.
Oh boy, that's very exciting. That was a very exciting little thing we just saw. That's one of our sponsors, Tampa Linen. And guys, if you ever watch this show,
No.
If you ever watch this show, you know that this is the sound equivalent. Like if the tech situation of this show and the responsibility, the preparation on my part was a sound, it would be this. Or this.
Make pee-pee.
That's what I do. I make pee-pee. So one thing that I did is probably the most important part of this live stream is the Discord. And I just pretty much just forgot that Discord even exists. I was like, okay, I got all my crap pulled up here. The chat, this stuff.
Beat a kid in Walmart.
The soundboard. I think I got everything. Oh no. The thing that actually makes the show work, the Discord, was not pulled up. So, in other words, I'm a genius. You know what? There's somebody who we gotta pay our respect to on this channel because they're always on time. They're always on time. And you know who I'm talking about.
Hello?
You know who I'm talking about.
Hello?
The one, the
RM?
It's me. Hey, Chip. I was going to give you a long introduction. I was going to say the one, the only, Chipford.
I love that you call me Chipford. Now everybody's calling me Chipford. My name is just evolving.
That's your proper name.
Yeah, that's true. This whole time, I was just using my casual name, but in reality, it's Chipford.
Well, Chippy, I got a quick question for you because you usually come with something prepared. You have something funny. You keep the show moving forward. You're not one of these people who gets on this stream and they're just like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just hanging out. I don't know. You're not one of those people. You come prepared, but I have something to ask you. You're an anime. You like anime, right?
I love anime.
Very good. I watched an anime that somebody suggested. Yes. That somebody suggested called Mob Psycho. Have you watched this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Chippy's getting really excited. Uh-oh.
Yes.
You love it.
It's a good one. I mean, I wouldn't say I loved it, but it's good. It's not horrible.
It's your favorite anime, it sounds like.
Sure.
But
did you like it?
Shenanigans. We gotta do this because I always forget to do this. Shenanigans, right off the top. $5 super chat, good sponsor, she says. I did like it. You know what I thought about it? I was going to wait because I can't remember who the guy was who recommended it. He was like, you got to watch it. And he came on like several times saying, you got to watch Mob Psycho. Mm-hmm. It's like probably the most, it's definitely the most manic most chaotic anime I think I've
Yeah.
ever seen. It's just like
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna have like a heart attack or like go into you know,
See that? Yeah, that's why I
epilepsy.
say it's not that I don't like it. It's a good one, but it's just so. It's like a lot. It's a
It's-
lot. You have to come
it's
in
messy.
prep. You know.
That's a messy anime right there. Well,
Did you
Chipford.
see my art?
No, I didn't. Hold on, let's look.
I shared it with you. Get on
take
our
a look.
DMs, bro.
Let's take a look. Let's read this. Hold on. Okay, so Chipford has
It's a
done
little
some.
wonky.
You've done some anime of your own. Oh, it's Greg. Hi, I'm Greg. Welcome to the show. Hi, I'm Chippy. I'm in a constant state of blue chew. And it says, hi, I'm Brown. Matthew McConaughey is running for mayor of Texas. He's running for mayor, right? Right?
No.
I'm the mayor of the entire state of Texas, right?
Texas is mixing it up. They're just like, we're gonna have a mayor for the whole state.
It's screw governor, man.
Yeah, screw
Straight to
governor.
mayorship.
I think Matthew McConaughey should be mayor of Texas because I seen him in a movie before. That's enough for me.
I really don't. I don't get it.
Toilet.
Because he's hot. I know he's hot. Like I can admit that he's hot, and but you know, I saw him in Joe Rogan, and I had many questionable things. I actually wanted to ask you about this because
Yeah, let's
you know,
hear it.
Joe Rogan is in Texas now, and he's roaming around Texas saying, "Oh, California is over. Everything is in Texas now. All comedians should come to Texas now."
Mhm.
And what do you think about that? What do you think about Joe Rogan's new personality, new thing? I don't like it.
Somebody, we have a situation here. I live in this place called Austin, Texas, and we have
Beautiful city.
It's just a little place for artists and musicians to live. That's now
Yes.
owned by Elon Musk, and Elon Musk does whatever he wants. And you know, it cost $4,000 for a studio apartment, and that's just that's what artists want. That's what these artists and these I'm just in a shoegaze band here in Austin. And you know, I I work at a coffee shop 2 days a week, and I pay $5,000 for rent, and I live with 14 roommates. So that's what it is now. And they also, I think they voted to like just murder all homeless people or something. There's something.
Oh, isn't that exciting?
Yeah, I think Kyle Hopper knows about this, but there's this thing called Proposition B, which is basically just like a bunch of Karens who are like, we don't like looking at homeless people, throw them into the pit. So they're doing that now too.
Because it annoys me because Joe Rogan, he's like, oh, California is just like full of homeless people, blah, 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 blah. And we have to pay all these taxes, yada, yada, yada. So that's why I'm moving to Texas. But doesn't he realize that him moving to Texas and Elon Musk moving to Texas and all these people are increasing the property, like the prices of property, things are becoming more unaffordable, which is going to increase homelessness.
Yeah.
And it's partially their fault.
Yeah.
And you're going to get homeless people once more.
It's
all around you, Joe.
It's over, but luckily, hold on. Vince, $5 super chat. Shout out to Chipfordshire.
Aw, thank you, Vince.
He says, I'm reading tonight. Have a great show. Also gonna hunt for some coffee M&Ms. Very good. Vince is a nice guy. Did you hear him on last show? Yeah. We're gonna pitch an idea to Pixar where
Oh, I did. I did hear that.
who wouldn't
you
watch
know
that
what?
movie? Slavoj Žižek does the voice of a Pixar raccoon.
I would watch anything Slavoj. I was watching an interview of his on Channel 4, and when you look at the lady that was interviewing him,
Toilets.
her face, all her face was saying is, if this guy spits on my face right now. That's all you can see. Because every time he talks, it sounds like, do you think he's actually spitting?
Listen, okay, first of all, let's this guy spits in my face right now is gonna be if I really like someone. I'm gonna go, this guy spits in my face right now. Right now. This, or if I meet somebody and I like them romantically, I'll be like, this person spits in my face right now. That's like, basically the highest form of like I like this person. I don't think he spits a lot. I think that he's
It's just his accent.
I think it's just his accent, and I think like I think he's got it under control.
Every
think
time
he's
I
good.
hear him, I'm like, oh my god, I'm like waiting for the loogie, just like. Right
You know
in the
what?
interview.
Yeah, maybe it's better that we just watch him through videos. We don't have to we don't have to actually
Yeah.
deal with
And
it.
then before you flush me, I also heard on the last stream that apparently I don't compliment you enough.
Who said that? Who said this?
Oh, a gentleman that goes by the name of Aaron Brown. That's who said it.
Oh, I thought this was gonna be more. We're gonna get dragged into more, Discord
Like
drama.
Jerry. No. This time, this is between you and me.
Well,
Okay. I've
I'll-
called you beautiful. I've called you sexy, and I've called you dapper. How dare you?
Oh boy. Well, look, Chippy. If I'm married and my wife is listening to this and she's gonna be very upset with you, so I'll give you a flush and I will talk to you later.
Bye. Love you.
Bye bye. Chipford Reserve, some people call her. How many people we got watching this thing? 113. Not bad. Not great. Is it great? No. Is it it's barely passable. Okay? And I just want to show this because we talked about this last stream. If you care at all about this show, which let's face it, you don't, okay? You think you're cool. But if you watched last stream, we were desperately looking for this, and now we're just going to play it. This is the funniest clip on YouTube. We talked a lot about Richard Wolff because he did a debate that got a lot of hits with this gamer Destiny. This is the funniest clip of this guy and the funniest clip in existence in the history of online video. Here we go. Ready? Hold on, let me get it right.
Socialism and capitalism. Instead of a discussion, we have what? A cheerleading afternoon for capitalism and a make pee-pee on socialism. That's what we do. And I chose my words
You
carefully
hear the audience?
because I want to suggest have a debate about what marriage is. I think these are pretty heavy topics. But we cannot have a discussion about socialism and capitalism. Instead of a discussion, we have what? A cheerleading afternoon for capitalism and a make pee-pee on socialism. That's what we do. And I chose my words carefully because I want to suggest childishness.
When I first heard that, it was so out of I almost died laughing.
Make pee-pee.
It's the best thing I've ever seen on YouTube. Emmy!
Hello.
Hey, what up, Em?
What's
Those are
up,
naughty
Em?
thoughts.
How's it going?
What up? How are you?
I'm good. Actually, I wasn't even gonna call today, but Chippy talked me into it.
Ooh,
Chipperson.
you and Chippy are
Chipford.
you and Chipford are starting a little gang now?
Oh hell yeah.
Oh damn, okay.
The Puerto Rican, I don't know what. I'm not even Puerto Rican, I'm Mexican. She's Puerto Rican. But anyways,
that's no problem.
So what I wanted to talk about today to you is I want to talk about Caitlyn Jenner trying to run for governor in my state.
Oh, you're in California, right?
Yeah, I'm in California. Let me read you a quick excerpt from this NPR article about her running for governor.
Let's hear it.
This is her quote. Taking on entrenched Sacramento politicians and the special interests that fund them requires a fighter who isn't afraid to do what is right. I am a proven winner and the only outsider. Oh, by the way, you might want to get your Corolla drops ready for this. I'm a proven winner and the only outsider who can put an end to Gavin Newsom's disastrous time as governor. He's been governor since 2019. Jenner criticized Newsom's handling of the coronavirus pandemic, which has been unpopular with many in the state. False.
Everyone's scared.
Small businesses have been devastated because of the over-restrictive lockdown. An entire generation of children have lost a year of education and have been prevented from going back to school. participating activities, or socializing with their friends, she wrote.
Ooh.
Now, this is a problem I have a lot of somethings with, because I don't like, say what you want about Newsom, whether you love him or hate him, like outside of politics, whatever the fuck. He did a good job for this state. Like, he did an excellent job in this state. Our fucking healthcare was on top of it. Even when we had, like, at one point we had, I think, one of the highest numbers in the country, because, like, for some reason LA County just, like, went nuts or whatever. We actually got out of that crushed the curve, flattened the curve. We flattened the curve multiple times. We got out of that emergency state that happened in Los Angeles County, and now we're, like, crushing it again. Like, almost everybody's back. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, LA LA is a very crowded place. Let's just keep it real.
Sure. No, I mean, yeah, no, absolutely. But they have a major airport there. But my overall point being is that he fucking did his job as governor. Like, and just because they want to play these, like, stupid what do you call it? Whatever Shapiro on that side is always talking, not respectability politics, but you know what I mean? Like, they wanna
they're trying it's like, I watched, I've done some little goofy videos where I watch, like, Dave Rubin and Adam Carolla and all these guys, and their whole existence has been dedicated toward, like, the grievance of not being able to eat at a crappy expensive restaurant in person.
And they don't even wanna even try to, like, put themselves in the mindsets of, like, the healthcare workers, grocery store workers.
Oh, those people.
Our economy is really good. We're one of the strongest economies in the country, and even throughout the pandemic, like, I've been, like, and even prior to, let me just say, even prior to the whole to coronavirus and everything, he's like, our state was doing good. Like, we have really good welfare like social assistance programs, like, better than anyone else in the country, I think. But anyways, he's a strong governor. He did his job, and this is fucking bullshit. I don't think she's gonna win. I don't think so, but I had the same feeling about Trump, and look how that happened.
All right. Well, there you go.
Wait.
You know what it sounds like to me? What you're doing right now is just pure transphobia. How long do you think it's gonna take for Caitlyn Jenner to play that card? If you don't vote for me, you're transphobic.
Oh,
I would probably do that.
She's gonna cancel me for sure. Hey, can I throw in my suggestion for the snacks?
Yes.
So my favorite snack are hot wings.
Hot wings?
Hell
what?
Yeah. Yes,
hot wings?
Yes.
Well, you gotta give some spin on it. Like, oh, hot wings, but I put, like, melted gummy bears on it or something.
Well, here's the thing. Well, my personal favorite flavors are the spicy barbecue and the teriyaki.
Ooh.
But I have a tip. I have a tip for my fellow toileters.
Toilet frequenters.
If you're anything like me, and the spicy wings make you frequent the toilet, make your butthole pucker, here's a tip. You take a bottle of lotion. I'm partial to the aloe vera one, but you can buy that at CVS or whatever. But just take whatever bottle of lotion, stick it in the fridge right before you're about to eat the wings. Then later on, when you're on the toilet, and your butthole is on fire, you got some nice, soothing, calm, cooling lotion for your butthole.
Ooh, oh, you've been here before, and I like it, Emmy. You didn't just leave people to suffer after eating these spicy hot wings. Very good.
Every good toiletist should know this one.
All right, Emmy.
And if you're gonna flush me, I just want to say we need a special rest in peace flush for Shock G.
Okay,
Rest
and DMX. DMX also, right?
DMX. Yeah, but Shock G was more recent.
Oh, okay. We'll do both Shock G and DMX.
He's the one that put the satin on your panties.
True, Emmy. I'll talk to you later.
All right, bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye to Emmy. Somebody says, nah, I don't think I'm putting hot wings on there because we really want like either a snack that seems disgusting or in Kyle Hopper's case. Let's back up here. This guy, Kyle Hopper, I was like, I always thought this is a nice guy. He lives in the same town that I do. Nice guy. I would be friends with this guy, Kyle Hopper. He likes good music, so on, etc. And then one day he comes on this program, and he goes, I like to eat a Ritz cracker with a slice of pickle on top of it. And I was like, uh-oh. And I like slowly backed away like Homer Simpson backing into the shrubs. And but he was right. And a lot of people not only have a lot of people been eating this who heard that, I call it a broadcast, but everybody's liking it and it's getting huge ratings in the poll. So we're going to look at that right now. How that treat is polling. 459 people have voted Kyle Hopper's treat, this disgusting sounding treat of a Ritz cracker with a slice of pickle on top, 80.3%. Everything else is trailing behind. I thought Chippy's thing sound good, which is guava with a piece of cheese. The next, at 12.2% in the poll, we got that one guy, I can't remember his name, that one guy who says, take 2 blueberry Eggo waffles and use those as bread for a slab of blueberry jam in the middle. That's the next. The rest are all trailing behind. 12.2% for that disgusting Eggo waffle thing. Oh, I know who we got to talk to. I know who we got to talk to right now. Pian?
Hello.
Hey, what's up, P-Boy? P-Boy. Hey, dude. It's me, Greg. Welcome to The Greg Show. On The Greg Show, we talk about some of the biggest issues, like what supplement should you take and kettlebells. Are they effective?
He's trying to do the Joe Rogan show. Did you hear that?
Oh no. Oh gosh. Spotify's not gonna buy him for 100 million with that.
Oh. You know who I saw him watching the other day? Greg. I walked in, he was watching a video of what's their brothers? I think their name's Weinstein. What's their name? What's those guys' names? They're always on Joe Rogan.
The Property Brothers?
Yeah, he was watching Property Brothers, and I was like, what are you doing? Why are you watching this? He watches it like all day. Anyway, sorry, Pian. I'm sorry. Greg always kind of throws off the rhythm of this show, so I'm really sorry about that.
It's okay, Greg. You got a special place in my heart.
Eric Weinstein, that's what he was watching. He was watching like some interview with the girl from Red Scare, and he was like, this is good stuff, and he didn't have a shirt on, which was kind of weird. I don't know.
I don't know why Spotify isn't keeping him on track, and he's just deciding to get these people that don't know how to talk, and he just takes their anecdotes. They're just like, yeah, my friend's a chiropractor, and he said that I don't have to wear a mask, and he's just like, wow, you're right.
I love Joe Rogan because he's an absolute. This is the truth that we've learned about Joe Rogan. I remember hearing this story. I can't remember. I think it was from when he worked on News Radio, that show with the guy from Kids in the Hall, and somebody said that Joe Rogan told somebody, he said, it's time for Joe to get paid. It's time for Joe to get, and he said that in the third person, and I was like, that pretty much summarizes Joe Rogan, because like his podcast, he'll just kind of chameleon with like whatever the guest is saying. Like Bernie Sanders will come on and be like, oh, he says got some good ideas, or like the guy who wrote Sex at Dawn used to come on and be like, oh, now we're doing science talk. But then when like a right-wing lunatic comes on, he's like, yep, this is good too, it's all good. As many people as I could get to listen to this.
And why can't he just like also just shoot the shit? Like, don't even like, if he just needs to be like, is this out of my field of profession or expertise? I won't talk about it. I just won't. This is whatever, unless I'm talking to someone else that is.
This is
ridiculous.
You're exactly right. Let's think about this. Maybe this can help the audience, PN. Like we've probably both been in that situation where somebody's talking about something and you're like, "Ooh, I'm out of my depth. I don't know what they're talking about." What do you say? Do you say, "You know what? This is one example." You could just say like, "I should look more into this." How about that? Like something like that.
Yeah, just like, oh, I feel like just saying like you don't know something maybe is like, I don't know why they people are afraid of that sometimes.
You could be like,
But I feel
that sounds interesting. I'll get a book about that. I'll get a few books about that and I'll read up on that. But I'm not going to agree with you. That's for sure, because I don't know what the hell's going on, actually.
I think it should just be, so this ape or whatever tear this thing apart, or what?
Make pee-pee.
Just move on.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good point. He could just be like, he doesn't know what's going on. He could be like, "Hey, Jamie, can you bring up something to change the..."
Jamie?
Yeah.
What animal did what today?
Exactly. Or he just has like a safety word that Jamie knows to like start bringing stuff up. He could say like garden. "Oh, I have a garden." And then Jamie's like, "Oh, fuck." Joe's out of his league. He goes and like brings something up, you know?
I'm getting alpha brain right now.
Yeah, exactly. I don't
know.
That's another, you could just come up with an excuse. You could be like, you know what? I kind of zoned out on what you were talking about just now because I didn't have my alpha brain today. I didn't have my nootropic. I didn't take enough nootropics today.
I thought of a show for, I don't know if I said this before, but a thing like Jerry Seinfeld show, Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee, and it's comedians in sensory deprivation tanks getting alpha brained.
Oh, that's I don't know
what
how
he should change his podcast name to.
I gotta say something. This guy Truth Teller in the chat, he says RM's wearing one of those shirts they wear in commercials. The such generic clothing that no one actually wears. That's
what
really...
is that, a Gildan? Let's see the tag on that.
It's like a Gildan. It looks like a shirt that's trying not to offend anybody. You know, like in an ad or something.
I use a screen print. I'm pretty good at identifying shirts.
Ooh. Think you're some kind of a cool guy? Screen printing?
Is that a next level 50-50 blend you got on?
Ooh. What is it, like cashmere and cotton or something? Silk? Pure silk?
Only the finest.
Well, Pian, I'm sorry. I kind of do this every time we talk. I derail the thing. But what is going on with you, man? What is going on with you, man, lately?
Not much, honestly. You know, I got this new Tampa linen mattress, and I haven't been getting the best sleep, but I've been having the best naps.
Oh.
As in, I've just been like, I just pass out in the middle of the day because I like get like no sleep at night. But I wake up like you know, if you ever, and hopefully if you've never been in the situation, but if you've ever been driving while super tired, if you happen to wake up and you're still on the road, it's just essentially like, oh, I'm awake now. Like, it isn't like I was asleep. It's like, I'm driving, I'm awake. Oh, I was asleep. It's realizing you were just asleep.
Oh, I see. This is the experience you've been getting from Tampa Linen, the sponsor.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's really working for you.
Yeah, and if the bugs are gonna bite, they're gonna bite, you know?
Let them bite. Did you hear they're kind of rebranding. They're saying that it's like they want to keep the ecosystem for these bed bugs, and that bed bugs are an important part of our ecosystem and nature and all this. It sounds like they're kind of justifying the fact that. And did you see that video? It looks like they use child labor too.
Oh my goodness.
It's pretty sick stuff. Well, Pian, I'm gonna have to flush you unless you got to fire some interesting things our way.
I have nothing interesting. You can flush me.
Okay, and I would like to shout out Pian's beautiful, beautiful website that he made. You could see it in the description of this crap here. And I will see you soon, Pian.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That's what we call a classic good boy right there. A classic good guy. We all like him. And also,
Make pee-pee.
he likes to make pee-pee.
And the establishment says, Kambuga shakamunda, kunga kingo, buga laka bluga blah, 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 blah.
Okay, just one more time, and I swear to God.
Socialism and capitalism. Instead of a discussion, we have what? A cheerleading afternoon for capitalism and a make pee-pee on socialism. That's what.
It'll never get old. It'll never get old. Before we move on here, we got a lot to talk about. Please, if you're listening to this, if you are listening to this, you're just sitting there, you know, you're just listening to this. Please vote, not just vote on the snack. There's a form if you go into the description of this thing. You go vote on the snack, but also if you talk to me, please pitch a new snack. And remember, the requirements for the snack is that it's weird. It's weird, specifically in the Kyle Hopperian sense, which is that it seems like it's going to be disgusting, and then you eat it, and it's not disgusting. But before we move on, I have to show you guys something disgusting that I found, which is a documentary that I found on like Vimeo or Angel Fire or something like that, and I'll show it to you as we speak. This is pretty disturbing. So it's called David Paxton.
Halloween, psychics, young girls levitating their friends at sleepovers, and sometimes adopted children from other countries. Oh, and sometimes sweaters that you got at like secondhand can also have demons embedded in them. Normalize the N-word.
Normalize the N-word. Normalize the use of the N-word.
I am against trans rights.
I am against trans rights.
Immigrants are taking the jobs of Americans. Immigrants reduce wages. Immigrants are leeching off of the system. Being attracted to other men, if you are a man, is identical to being attracted to little boys. And we have proof that humans are not affecting the climate on Earth because the temperature is the same on Earth as it is on Mars.
Ooh. Boy, that's sick stuff. That's sick stuff. I would look, I think that documentary is by the same people who made that Prandemic movie, or Plandemic, whatever it was. And again, they're exposing the serious stuff.
And the establishment says, Kambuga shakamunda, kunga kingo, buga laka bluga blah, 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 blah.
Hey, Flurp? Flurp 12, are you there? Oh my God, Flurp, you're not even there, dude.
I am here.
Oh, Flurp! Hi, Flurp.
What? Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Hey, what's up, my friend? How are you?
What's up, Flurp?
Hey,
what up, dog?
Oh,
What up, dog?
I feel assaulted. I feel assaulted. Oh my God.
Hey, man. Don't even bring that attitude here.
Calm down. Jeez. Man, that I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna work out with Greg. Well, what up, Flurp? What up with you? What up, Flurp?
I'm chilling, living life as a troubadour.
Ooh, you're What are you, a singer?
Yeah, I do sing, but right now I'm in Mexico City.
Oh, you're in I love Mexico City.
Really?
You go to that part. This is gonna show how much of a tourist I was. You're gonna go to that part of town where all those like museums are concentrated next to each other.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to the Frida Kahlo one.
The Frida Kahlo. That's it. What's that?
Yeah.
What's that part of town called? The Frida Kahlo area? Coyoacan.
No,
It's called Coyoacan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Flurp.
I appreciate all that stuff.
Flurp, do you appreciate Frida Kahlo's contribution to the arts?
No, I meant I was actually all the Aztec names and stuff. I'm kind of into all that like our like native history stuff, whether it's from Africa or like Tibet or Mesoamerica.
Somebody in the chat says there's good cocaine in Mexico. Is that why you went there?
No, but
No.
you could get good cocaine in most like metro cities. Or,
Pretty
like,
much
metro,
anywhere. It's not too hard to find. You just go, you go to the
Yeah.
right place, you can figure it out.
Man, so I'm from the Bay Area in California,
Mhm.
and there's this service out there, and it's hilarious because it's called the Cab, and it's only in San Francisco. But
Wait,
they
hold on.
absolutely
Before
hate-
flirt, before you go, can you put your mouth a little bit closer to the mic because it's hard to hear you and I really want to hear this. And really quick, Sam Korth, super chat $5. Let's make PP on Pac-Man. Very good. Very good.
Make pee-pee.
Okay, I'm so sorry, Flirt. Please go with your story. Get that sourpuss right up on that mic and please tell me.
Oh yeah, well, there's this like service right in the Bay in San Francisco. It's called the Cab,
Mhm.
and like you text them like, oh, I need to order a cab, right? And then but they hate my friend, my best friend. Like they absolutely hate him, and like I sometimes I fear for his life because
Oh, no.
somehow his like deliveries always get messed up. And then they're like, "Where the fuck are you?" It's kind of hilarious. It's a
Oh
hilarious
boy,
story.
this friend of yours, right off the bat, I'm guessing he's a little bit of a handful. He's a little bit of a loudmouth. This guy.
You know what? He's loose lips is what he is.
There we go. I could sense right when you started talking about it. Right when you started talking about him, I was like, oh, this guy's a little bit of the one that's gonna drag poor Flurp into trouble. This guy, right? I want to tell you this I want to tell you this cocaine story. I was at this bar once, and there's this guy that everybody knows who like sells cocaine. It's kind of his like almost his identity that he sells cocaine. Nice guy though, and he was like selling somebody some cocaine. Am I allowed to talk? Am I gonna get banned from YouTube? I don't know. It's too late. Anyway, so I was saying to somebody like, what if we? Because I don't, I wasn't gonna do cocaine or anything. But I was like, what if somebody bought cocaine? Because people were paying him with Venmo, which I noticed too. They were giving him Venmo. So I was like,
silly.
It's silly, but like, what if? Well, whatever. If you just transfer somebody $10 or whatever, $50 or $100, it's like, whatever you put for food or something. But I thought it'd be funny if you put in the comments, if you put in for the cocaine. Wouldn't that be funny? That'd be a funny little joke. And then he gets it on his Venmo. He's like, no, you're not supposed to put that. Now I have to put it to private, my account.
Oh my god.
All right, Flurp, I'm
Your
gonna
friend
flush
did
you,
that?
but I'm gonna flush you. But can I come visit you in Mexico City, please?
Oh man, I'm on my way out of here tomorrow. So.
Oh, okay. Well, bye. I love you. No, Flurp. Gotta love Mexico City. When I was leaving Mexico City, the dude in the airport took my passport and walked away with it, and I was like, oh, well, here it comes. Here it comes. Because I like watching movies, I've seen Sicario. That was my attitude. Here it comes. That video was pretty disturbing, right, guys? That David Paxton, what is his name? David Paxton exposed? That was pretty sick stuff, right?
Make pee-pee.
Rue Kazoo, what up?
Hey.
Hey, Rue.
Hi.
What up, Rue?
Nothing.
How's it going? A, and then B, what do you got to talk to us about tonight on the program here on YouTubeLive.com?
I mean, not really much. I've just, I've been watching you for like a month now. And
I'm sorry.
You could say you're welcome, actually, because I really like your show.
Oh, thank you.
Make pee-pee.
But yeah, I've been watching, your live channels or your live streams and like, just like week after week, working up the courage to call in.
Oh my God,
and,
you're nervous. You're shaking.
I'm just a shy person in general. It's not like I have a parasocial thing or anything. I would just
Me too.
parasocial of all humans.
What's the most shy situation for you? You go to a party and you don't know anybody, like that kind of thing?
The most shy situation is, I believe, existing. For me.
Just existence in general.
Yeah, but
Oh, boy.
I was like, you know what? It's gotta be today because tomorrow is my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday!
Yeah, I'm gonna be 27, believe it or not, from
Oh,
the
my-
pubescent voice.
Oh my God, you dirty fossil, you!
I know, right?
Hold on, we gotta
What are
do.
you-
We
What
gotta.
are you, like 16?
Yeah, I'm a little boy. I'm just a little boy.
Yeah.
Saint Shenanigans. Super chat $5. Watch chick flicks with Mary Kate, Spyro, and me. Well, maybe after. Oh, in Arizona. Well, maybe. Oh, is that right now? I don't know. I got to do the live show right now. Sorry, Shenanigans. Anyway, sorry, sorry, Rue Kazoo. Good name, by the way, Rue Kazoo.
That is definitely my legal name, and you can't prove anything different.
What are you gonna do for your birthday? I mean, are you cool with like going out? You know, are you gonna go? You gonna go party? What the hell are you gonna do?
I'm gonna
Rukazu.
get a shot, and then I'm gonna have some donuts.
Ooh, very good. Like an insulin
And-
shot.
Yeah, yeah, insulin.
So you're like, ooh, sugar
but-
time.
Yeah. But I thought Chippy would be excited to hear that the donut place I'm going to, this place in Connecticut called Donut Crazy, has like these they like odd flavors. And one of the flavors this month, my birthday month, is guava and cheese, believe it or not.
Ooh, you're lying.
I ain't lying. You could look it up on the website.
Guava and cheese is the snack that Chipford, aka Chippy, recommended. That's not polling very well. Let's just say that, not polling very well. But
Yeah.
sounds delicious. And this is gonna be a donut.
Yeah, I'm gonna,
My
you know,
God.
I think I'll like it because I love cheese, I love fruit, so I think Chippy might be onto something. So
Holy
it is,
moly.
of course, cream cheese and not cheddar on this donut, but you know, it is what it is.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, Rue Kazoo,
Um,
happy birthday! And do you have anything you want to tell everyone out there tonight, besides the fact that it's your birthday, which we are very proud of you? But do you have anything else you
Thank
want to
you.
share with us tonight?
I don't know, I just wanted to introduce myself to the community. I'll maybe call you some other time. But for now, I want to shout out to my friend, lives in New Zealand, Mana. You got a fan in New Zealand. You know, one of the
Ooh.
12 New Zealand residents
Ooh.
is watching your stream.
Oh my God, we're all the way out to New Zealand. Beautiful. Will you tell them to call?
I'll ask them if they're interested.
All right. Okay, Rue. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Cool person right there. Rue.
Yeah! We are doing a show! Rue Kazoo just called. Wasn't very shy. Rue!
I don't think Rue Kazoo sounded shy. Oh, we got a famous person in the... We got a famous person up in here. Vadim?
Hey, what's happening?
What up, Vad?
Hey, look, I have a question for you. all
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I do not want you to give me like you could just blurt out what RM stands for. I don't want you to do that. I want to know, is it okay from this point forward if I just refer to you as Raw Meat Brown?
Yes, hell yeah. That's cool. That's way cooler than what my actual name is. So yeah, 100% yes.
I think you should consider legally changing it. It sounds to me sort of like a a character that would be in like I don't know if they ever made a Revenge of the Nerds 4, but like it sounds like the name of like a linebacker that would be in the Jocks in like in a late 90s sequel to Revenge of the Nerds.
They're like, oh no, here comes Raw Meat Brown. He's gonna shove us into the trash can, and he's just like this big meathead, this big oaf.
Yeah, and he burps a lot. It's influenced by what was that character? Was he named Belch? I forget. I forget.
Belch.
It's been a while. You know, honestly, like that is the rapiest movie of the 80s.
The 80s had so much. So I was talking about the 80s Blob, and there's like just a straight up rape scene in that movie, and it's framed as like, look at this rascal. Look at this rascal.
Yeah,
He's about to rape a
does
girl.
the guy does die, so he it's sort of kind of calling out that he's a piece of shit, but at the same time, you're right, there is this like weird aspect to it, like, oh, boys will be boys, they're gonna get rapey.
Before he like, you know, like starts with that stuff, there's a, because you're right, yes, they are setting him up as a bad guy, so you're like, okay, good, he got killed. But before he like goes into the trunk of his car, I played this clip on the stream, he goes into the trunk of his car, and he has like a whole like setup of like drinks, like a bar in his trunk of his car. And actually, like in the scene before he goes into his trunk, he like gives this girl his like ring, you know, his like class ring. But then you see like in the trunk, he has like just a box full of class rings. Like it really is, they really did make him out to be like a lovable rascal. But then he starts doing that criminal stuff. But yeah, it's true. Like the 80s movies, they were like they really did play pretty fast and loose with that kind of stuff.
It's the 80s in terms of popular movies, it never got rapier. It just like honestly, like I mean perhaps in the 70s, but I don't think those films like they weren't made through Hollywood, and it just wasn't as celebrated. Like in Revenge of the Nerds, they're like the guy literally goes in, there's a scene where he's wearing a Darth Vader mask, goes into a room that is completely dark and has sex with a girl who thinks that it's her boyfriend. Then the lights come on and he starts doing the like the nerd laugh. And it's what's really weird about it is that when I was a kid, I identified a little bit as a nerd. And so like, this is before kind of like the age of like woke entertainment. And so when I was a kid, I saw that movie and I was like, oh my God, a movie defending, this is like, it was my version, back when I was a child, of thinking like, oh, this is woke. Honestly, I also thought at the time, it's funny how like the woke meter, if you will, maybe it's not the best way to put it, but it just the barometer, it changes over time. The woke window, if you will, changes, because also another thing about that movie, like I grew up at a very young age being pretty accepting of like gays in general, and I remember seeing that movie, and there is a gay character in it, or a character that they heavily imply is gay, who like when I was a kid, I was like, oh, this is really cool that they're including gay people in this movie, and that that he's liked and everything. But now if you look at the movie, like it's if you don't remember, it's that skinny black guy who has like a javelin that is, at a certain point, he throws a javelin. You really have to remember this movie to know what I'm talking about.
I haven't seen Revenge of the Nerds in so long, but this is kind of ringing vague bells from when I was a kid and I watched it.
Yeah, so just my point is that if you look at it now, it's like, oh, okay, that depiction is actually like, in some ways pretty insulting. It's kind of like, since it's the only depiction of gay people, it's like an incredibly effeminate, like, sort of like stereotypically like feminine version of a gay dude. But yeah, anyway, whatever. I won't talk about that the entire time I'm here. So
well, there was a lot of that. Like anybody who was any kind of variation from like whatever you want to call it, you know, like I mean, even like Willy Wonka in the 70s, it was like, you know, the Oompa Loompas was like this, like, look, they're weird, you know. It was a very like dehumanizing kind of thing, but that was just like, yeah, that was definitely like those 80s like, and those are like kids movies too, were very like, rape is okay, people who are not like white males or white straight people are all weird, and let's make fun of them. Like, that was the kind of message of those movies, a lot of them.
Absolutely. I actually am a connoisseur of, I don't watch them all together, but like when I was a very young kid, I like, you know, of course, like any kid pre the internet age, I like, you know, like people who are young. Hey guys, there are people who are listening right now. You don't know how well you have it. You don't know how lucky you are. Okay, like
definitely. Oh my god, like definitely being in high school, I would say, like, high school kids have it better, because like I remember in high school it was like, if you like varied at all, like especially like when I was in high school in the 90s, it was like like anything even remotely non heterosexual was like a huge was like a big deal, and was like, you know, whatever. That's obviously like a great thing. I mean, it was basically like high school in the 90s, for me at least, was like very Nazi-esque.
Sure. That wasn't where I was going with this, but you're absolutely right. Yes, like in the especially the early 90s, late 80s, like being gay. I mean, I went to school in Manhattan, in New York City, and there was still like a decent amount of that, even though that you'd think that would be like the most accepting place for something like that.
Well, remember Kids? Remember the movie Kids?
Yeah, of course.
There's like there's like a homophobia scene in that movie, and those are supposed to be like hip, like cool kids. And there's a part where they're shouting at like a gay couple in like Washington Square Park or something. They're like, gays. Very, very odd, like looking back at that, because nowadays,
I mean, honestly, I don't think that the film was like glorifying that, because there's a lot of shitty behavior in that movie that it's not necessarily saying like, hey, this is the way human beings should act. But what I was gonna say is that when it came to anything pornographic, being like, you know, whether it was watching a movie that just had like a 20-second topless scene or actual porn, you had to work for that shit when you were a kid. You know, you couldn't just like get on the internet, type something in, and avoid like, you know, like an age filter if you're too young. But you had to like, oh dude, can I tell you a story? This is a pretty awesome story.
Yeah, go for it.
So I had this friend named Sadoon, okay? And he was a really good guy. In fact, I still talk to him today, and I brought up this story to him, and he laughed and felt incredibly embarrassed by it when I reminded him of it. But Sadoon was a little crazy as like an 8th to like 10th grader. And when we were in I'm pretty sure it was 8th grade. Yeah, it was 8th grade. We like bought our first porno like mag, or like as a group. I had seen one. I had seen one before myself. But like my friend Marciel, Sadoon, and we actually bought like 3 porno mags at this deli that had all this porn.
Wait, Vadim, did you walk in? What? Did you guys walk in and you're like, hello, I'm a grown-up and I would like to purchase I'd like to purchase this soda and this candy, and let's see. I don't know. I think that's it. Oh no! Also, that hustler there too.
Actually, we wore a really long trench coat, and we got on each other's shoulders.
Yes.
So and wore sunglasses. Yeah, that's what we did. So no, but seriously, so this guy, like, we actually went to like a few places and got like like, no, I cannot sell that to you. But finally some guy sold it to us. So we're walking, and this is right after Back to the Future 2 came out. So Sadoun was really obsessed with time travel.
Mm-hmm.
And he so we're walking with this, and he's like looking around, and like, even though that it's in a paper bag, and it's obvious that he's really, really paranoid that we're going to get like caught for this. And so he turns to me and Marcial and he says, guys, come here. And he brings us over to a payphone. This is back when there were actual payphones. And he was like, leave that right on top of here. And we were like, what? And he's like, just trust me, okay? Just leave it on top of here. And when we get back to my place, it's going to be there. And we were like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, just trust me, okay? I've been experimenting. I've been doing things. And like he basically, like we didn't believe it for a second, but he bullied us basically into placing these porno mags on top of the telephone booth so that we could get back to his place. And he swore that they would be there when we got there. And then of course we got to his place and they weren't there. And he started going, oh my God, I can't believe this. There, he was acting like there must have been an error in the calculation.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That is the shit that you guys don't have to go through.
Not at all.
Those of you who have had the internet for the past 10 years since your balls dropped.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Too easy. Yeah, I had to go through all kind of weird stuff to see naked people. Well, Vadim, look, I'm going to have to do a quick one with you tonight, but will you come back soon and talk to me more?
Absolutely. Sometime we should talk, and like maybe we can have a topic or something to talk about. Because I'd like to. I don't know. Actually, like every time I come in, it's just like we're flying by the seat of our pants, and yeah, maybe we could actually like do something fun together.
I'm gonna reach out to you, or you hit me up, and we'll come up with an actual. We'll actually do something that I never do on here, which is actually be an adult and prepare something.
That would be fun. That would be a whole lot of fun. And everybody, just tip this man is entertaining you. Kick him a little something, okay? He deserves it. It's raw meat brown. It's been a pleasure, okay?
I'll
Flush
give you your
motherfucker.
I'll give you your cut later. Bye, Vadim.
Later, bye.
Good guy. Hope he's taking care of that cat, right? I wonder if it's like a Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen type thing, where there's like duplicate cats that he uses for his videos. Vadim, the agent, I guess, for Creationist Cat. One of the most famous YouTubers he's talked to. Who has he talked to? David Paxton. I should have asked him about the Paxton video. Paxton, Sammy Cedar, Alex Jones, all of these guys. Very good.
We are approaching the 1 hour mark. We've almost done 1 hour on the program. Talk to Vadim. His friend took his porno mags, and then they got lost. Probably some other kids took them. Oh, we like to have our porno mags. Our porno mags, yeah.
That song's called Vadim's Porno Mags by Death Grips. Check them out on bandcamp.com. Coward?
Hello. Hi.
What up, Cal?
Can you hear me?
Hey, what up? I can hear you.
Hey.
Oh no. I got bad news.
bad news.
Yeah, somebody wants to talk to you. Will you
Oh.
will you entertain this?
Yeah, I'll entertain it. Sure.
That's everybody. Have you noticed that's everybody's reaction to Greg as a loud
Listen,
sigh?
Greg comes around here, and you know what? He's fine. He's fine. We'll let him through.
I'm fine now.
Yeah,
What was-
Greg.
did you hear his
how's it
voice?
been?
Hey, oh, well, you
You
said
sound
I'm
like
fine.
you-
When you say fine, do you mean fine like, you know?
Oh God.
I think Greg sounds a little ill. He had like
I'm fine.
something in his throat.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. But I will say, you know, a lot of people are saying that. Oh, Greg, sounds like something's wrong. You're coughing all the time, and your face is all red. I'm not doing it. I'm not letting a quote unquote doctor put something in my arm that I don't know.
Oh my God, he's like anti-vax guy. now.
Oh
Did you hear-
no, Greg. Hey, Greg, you gotta get off Facebook. This is really ruining you.
If it's good enough for Joe, it's good enough for me.
Oh, he's talking about Joe Rogan.
Oh man.
Jeez.
Oh man. Hey, listen. Joe Rogan is not the oracle of all
Oh.
wisdom.
Ugh. I mean,
That man ate all meat, and it wasn't a pleasant experience. He
I mean-
tried to do the Gordon Pierce.
Look, I
Didn't
will
work.
say that I do get most of my, medical advice and, financial and relationship advice from Joseph Rogan, but it's not for
Yeah.
everybody. It's not for everybody,
What kind of relationship advice? I'm wondering.
It's like, just swing a kettlebell around at the person you like, and that's how you tell them you love them,
Oh, okay.
Give them
Okay,
a
what
pet.
happens if it like slips though?
Then you give them some alpha brain, and you call Ari Shafir and Joey Coco Diaz over, and you guys will work it out. No need for doctors. No need for what they call real doctors. Squid for Hire super chat $2 USD. Raw meat revolution. Get to a sauna. Do you know what that?
Oh,
do you know what that means?
Raw meat revolution.
Oh, that's
that
I-
just sounds incredible.
Sounds good.
It sounds like really getting back to our roots,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Make pee-pee.
Well, Coward, can I
Enough
ask
of
you?
this gas cooking. Sorry.
Can I ask you? So you're one of the High Council members, correct?
Yes.
You're one of, I would say probably the top, or one of the top High Council members. And what do you think? There's a couple things. What do you think about the Make Pee-Pee clip? Is it funny?
Make pee. Being an adult who has a 14-year-old sense of humor,
Mhm.
PP gets me every time. It's
it gets
hilarious.
me every time. It's still hilarious.
Yeah.
It's still hilarious. All
I
this
did
kind of
crack up when I first heard it.
all this kind of podcast humor nowadays where they're referencing some some elected official or somebody from the the French Revolution. I don't get it. I'm not but somebody says pee-pee and I'm laughing, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Wow. And the second thing I wanted to ask you, what do you think about that Zizek? Zizek being the voice of a Pixar raccoon movie. What do you think of that?
See, that's interesting. I didn't always think of Zizek as a raccoon.
That's a big meme.
I thought of it more as a bit mean.
No, it's a meme. It's a big meme
Oh.
calling him a raccoon online.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I see it. He's got those like under eye bags and stuff. But
Yeah, oh yeah.
I always thought of him more as like a hissing cat. But that's just the auditory part. So
Exactly.
yeah.
Well, Coward.
I do have a snack recommendation. if I can
Oh,
fit that in real
finally.
quick.
Finally, I've been
Um,
asking all night for somebody to do a snack recommendation. Okay, hold on. Let me add it. What is it?
All right. These two items have to be room temperature.
Oh boy.
Room temperature watermelon, and it could be kind of chilled or room temperature feta cheese. Mix
Okay,
that all
wait.
together.
Room temperature feta cheese. Okay, what else?
And room temperature watermelon.
And room temp watermelon. Holy moly.
Yes.
This is a very similar a somewhat similar snack to Chipford, where it's like a salty sweet kind of situation, a cheese and a fruit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, very good.
Absolutely. It's a fantastic combination. I'm getting one message in from the High Council.
What is
Mary Kate says that she is the snack recommendation.
Ooh.
So-
Okay, let's get her in here. Well, Coward, you got anything else you want to say? Hold on. Battle Bong super chat, $5 Canadian. Do not take Blue Chew and enter an isolation tank. Ooh boy. That guy.
That sounds really dangerous.
I think he might have been chatting us from the isolation tank, and that's happening. Well, oh boy. Well, Coward, you got anything else you want to say? That snack is on the list now. People go,
No, I
guys.
just had that snack on my mind.
Guys,
so I wanted to drop it in here.
Cut the crap, everybody out there, and go and vote for these treats, or you will be shadow banned, right?
Absolutely, yes.
All right, Coward. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, I'll see ya.
All praises due to the High Council. All praises be to the High Council. That's a High Council member, and you have to honor them and respect them, because without them, nothing. You get nothing. No Discord. No program. No nothing. Nothing. Zero. Garbage. You get absolute garbage. Okay? All right?
It isn't.
Man, that David Paxton documentary was quite disturbing, wouldn't you say?
Welcome to the Greg program, where we talk about things like cancel culture and all the streams that I watch. I'm Greg.
Oh. Unbelievable. Let's see. What are people saying in the chat here? I just got my Adidas tracksuit. Did I become a Slav yet, or do I have to squat with my AK first? Cap Hides, super chat, $5 USD. WM is an old-timey abbreviation for William, so I like to think your first name is Rilliam. Very good. Very good. Okay. Oh, you know who we got to talk to. Okay, actually, we'll talk to one person and this person. Wotan? Wotan?
It's me.
Hey, Wotan.
Yes. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I'm well. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah. Can you turn that down? I hear my stupid, annoying, grating, ponderous, irritating voice in the background.
Oh no. Well, I have you turned off on YouTube.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Your tech issues are almost as bad as mine. Well, anyway, what up, you Wotan?
Not much. I have a possible snack idea.
Let's hear it.
Okay, so this is what you do. You have to get ice cream cones, and then you have to have sliced turkey. And the sliced turkey can be any kind, honey glazed, whatever turkey you prefer. And then what you do is you lower the turkey, the slice, into the hole of the cone, right? So that it kind of folds in a way, and it looks like a flower. If you do it right, it looks like a meat flour.
Oh, that sounds really good. Okay, it's on the list. So this kind of sounds like I'm not gonna say anything, you know, but this I get a mental image in my head of this, and it looks like, well, what could we? Because it looks like something that was originally a flashlight, you know, but then it was repurposed by a company.
Yeah. I understand what you're talking about. Now, I also have to say, mayonnaise in this situation is psychotic. Like, it's not a turkey sandwich. This is its own thing, you know?
Exactly.
It's like an amuse-bouche.
It's an amuse-bouche. It's something like, you know what this sounds like? It's like Chopped, and they open the basket and they're like, today you have ice cream cones, a turkey, and then whatever, and a mayonnaise, and then one of the people just says, I'm going to put the turkey in the mayonnaise, or I'm going to put the turkey in the ice cream cone. and then put the
Yes.
mayonnaise on it.
Yes. And
Like
then
they don't
win.
they don't cook it. Yeah, and then not only do they win, they're like, okay, you're the final winner, and we're gonna shut the show down after this.
It's all over.
It's all over.
Chapter's over.
That's how hard you just won this.
I have a question about birds in Austin. Because I've only been there once.
No.
And
Let's hear it.
I was just like absolutely blown away by how many grackles there were. I don't think I'd ever seen a grackle in my life. And like, do you guys have a grackle problem?
Yeah, we got. It's almost like you read my mind that I wanted to talk about this, but we do have grackles all over the place. There's even a bar downtown called the Grackle. Yeah, we got grackles all over the place, but that's not the most interesting bird story. The most interesting bird story about this, and whatever, grackles are amazing, but the most interesting bird story is that we have parrots everywhere. Like there's like
live or like just indigenous parrots.
Just parrots flying all over the place, and you'll see like certain parts of town are just like flooded with these like bright green parrots, and I was like, that's weird. And then I looked up how this happened, and there was like a truck full of parrots, like transporting some parrots to like a zoo or something. The parrots like unlocked the truck, escaped, and then just have been breeding, and now there's just like a parrot community in this town.
Oh, there's just like feral parrots everywhere.
Ferrets, a lot of people call them.
Ferrets, yeah.
Yeah. Ferrets are those little...
I mean, it's beautiful, but I think it's kind of also horrible, right? I don't think it's a good thing.
They are beautiful, though. I will say that that's a crazy creature to be. Just like a human, whatever. We're like whatever. We're boring, but just a bright green thing that flies around is pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, with a tongue that looks like it's rock.
What are those tongues that they have? Those like those little hard, little black weird. What is that?
I don't know.
Ugh. Ugh. And they chew something with that.
I want them to have pink tongues, like normal.
I want them to have normal tongues. This is an organization we're gonna start. This will be our like philanthropic endeavor. Will be get parrots normal tongues.
Yeah, well, that would be a great sign.
Oh, well, Wotan, do you have anything else you want to say, or should I give you a flusharoon?
I have one last thing. I'm trying very hard to teach my 6-year-old to do a Zizek impression.
Oh.
And so today I got him to tell his mom, these flowers are disgusting. And he can't really do the side list, but I'm working on it.
Have you seen the part of the Zizek documentary where he talks about being a dad? Because he like used to have like he was one of those like old dads who has like a little kid. Oh, it's one of the best parts of his documentary. He's like,
hit him to Zizek with a exclamation.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go back and watch the dad Zizek.
Oh,
I think
and
I saw it before I was a dad.
It's on YouTube. If you just search Dad Zizek or Zizek the father or something like that, he's like, "This I bring him to McDonald's. This is purely survival. He goes there, he shuts up for 30 minutes, and I have relief." It's like,
oh, that's it.
Yeah,
that's like proof that he's really done the hard work of parenting when you let all of your standards go.
Oh,
for
yeah.
survival. That's it.
Oh yeah. Well, bring him on the. Is a little what is this a little boy kid? This kid,
little boy kid.
Will you bring him on the program one time? He could do his impression.
Oh, I'm gonna try.
All right.
It's past his bedtime, but we'll let him stay up and be all shitty for the next day. That's fine.
All right. I'll talk to you soon, Wotan. Really nice to talk to you. Come back soon.
All right, I will.
Bye. Good. That was a good guy right there. That was a funny guy. I like that guy because he's got a kid, but he's still kind of a pervert with his snack recommendation. You know? Just because you have a kid doesn't mean you can't be a pervison anymore. Right? It's exactly right. Okay, guys, I promise. I swear to God. Last time, okay?
What? a cheerleading afternoon for capitalism and a make pee-pee on socialism. That's what we do. And I chose my words carefully because I want to suggest childishness.
Okay, let's watch the Zizek the father thing. See if we can find it. Here we go.
Let's say you have a good old-fashioned father. It's Sunday afternoon, you have to visit grandma. The father, good old-fashioned authoritarian father, will tell you, listen, I don't care how you feel if you're a small kid, of course. I don't care how you feel. You have to go. You're going. Going grandmother and behave there properly. Okay.
You go, grandmother. You go, grandmother. Okay, whatever. This is a long thing. Let's get to the actual kid stuff.
Breakfast? This is not so ridiculous. We went to the McDonald's breakfast. This is not so ridiculous. Look what you get. Look what you get. Look what you get. Look what you get. You know, you get this with Happy Meal.
Yeah, to make you happy.
Yeah, but this is for the kids. I go there to make him happy. He pretends to be happy there, not to disappoint me. But what the hell? The game functions. No, this means that, again, you know, I love him, but my perspective is time, you know. We go there, up and down, 1 hour passes.
I would love to see Zizek at just at a McDonald's with his kid. Bulletproof blouse? Bulletproof blouse. We gotta figure out a better way to like do. I feel like it's weird me being like, "Ide, you? Hello? Hold on. I gotta read this. I gotta read this comment really quick. Greg is one of those losers who sees an old 8mm home movie of predominantly white people in now multicultural city and comments, "I miss my culture." Yeah, he's a weird guy. Sorry, Blouse. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. I feel like I haven't talked to you in a long time.
I keep missing it. Last time I think I woke up at 4 a.m. I was like, oh, damn it. There it went.
It's
And,
really,
yeah.
it's really late where you are, right? It's like what, like 3 in the morning?
Certainly is. In, you know, the United Kingdom, as they call it. Not United for long, apparently, but there you go.
You're still really sad about Prince Philip, right?
I think I've worked past it. I managed to get past that grief that we as a country felt. We had some beans on toast and we just got over it. And now we're just moving along. We're now bothered about Boris Johnson's flat redecoration, and that's the big thing.
Oh, how's it looking? How's it
He
looking?
got people to pay for it, and it's just a big old mess.
Does he have good design taste at least?
Oh, I don't know. I doubt it.
Oh.
Apparently, apparently, there was some journalist that said, "I don't know why they're criticizing. They've got exquisite taste. They should be applauded." It's like, what? You don't even live there, and you've seen it. Shut up.
That's good political. That's good political discussion right there. Is Boris Johnson's place could look cool? That's important. Very important stuff.
It's not on. But I was going to say about 80s films. 8 years old I was on my birthday going to see Ghostbusters, and I thought Bill Murray was a bit creepy, and that was me at 8. And I was like, oh, this guy.
Yeah, he was. There was a lot of that in those movies. It's a little different now. Let's just say.
Well, for the better, I think. But
Yeah, totally.
That
Totally.
Old, the old tactic of, you know, if you want to get with a girl that you like, just keep wearing her down, and eventually you'll get there. The Ross method of friends, and that will work.
That was really the message in those movies, in those sort of romantic comedies, was like, she's not interested, just keep bothering her, show up at her work, keep just harassing her until she just like relent. She's like, fine, I'll go out with you if you'll just leave me alone.
And yeah, and every time it would work, and then the credits would roll. Except in real life, there's no credits rolling, and there's just restraining orders, really.
Have you seen that movie? Remember that movie, Career Opportunity? Have you seen that?
I don't. I've heard of it. Did you show a clip of it? I'm sure somebody. I've seen a clip of.
I showed a clip of it though. It's a John Hughes movie from the I want to say
Oh.
like early 90s or whatever, where
And it's
where
got that guy with the fringe.
yeah. It's these two people get locked in a Target. It's a romantic comedy. It's yeah, I don't even know what to say. It's so bizarre. It's such a like time capsule. He like took the John Hughes thing to like such an extreme in that movie that I don't even know like if something like that could get ever made again. Like it's just like
I think 80s movies were just kind of a bunch of bros got together. You know those stories that guys tell each other? Yeah, man, she was totally into it. And they take them stories and make them into films.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Exactly.
think that's all of 80s cinema for you.
Exactly. Well,
it needs something extra. Why not put some ghosts in it? Brilliant. And Ghostbusters.
we need to sort of mask our true intentions here. So let's put some ghosts in it or something. Well, Blouse, what else is going on with you? You got anything you want to tell us tonight? What else is going on?
Well, I was going to suggest some snacks, but I mean, I was saying in the green room that, all British snacks are all weird to start with. You don't have mint sauce in America. Is that true? Mint sauce?
Mint sauce? Oh, now
Mint
we're
sauce
getting
is kind of
we're getting into
chopped up mint in a kind of vinegar. It's like
Ooh.
mint pickle, really, but that on toast. Ooh.
I'm gonna put it
Oh,
down.
it's
I'm
that.
gonna put this down on the list. Toast with mint sauce.
Yes.
And you're
Or
saying
beans
look,
on toast, I'm saying as well.
this is we're really crossing the pond right now because mint sauce I've never heard of, and you're saying mint sauce is like mint in a sort of vinegary type of a situation.
Chopped mint in vinegar. Really?
Oh
I'm
boy.
pretty sure. And you have it with lamb, and it's lovely. Well,
Okay, that
But
makes
then
sense. Okay. You
crazy
know what?
lime is,
I was about to say
What?
some very anti-British stuff, but then you said the
Oh,
thing
you go
about
for it.
lamb, and I'm like, okay, that actually sounds pretty good.
Oh yeah.
All right, so we got lamb. Oh no, not lamb, just toast with mint sauce. Anything else?
Worcestershire sauce with anything, even on its own. I've got some here. Look, Leon Perrin's Worcestershire sauce, straight from the bottle.
Holy moly! You're just drinking that
lovely.
stuff?
A little nip.
Oof.
You put a few dashes of it in cider. I was watching a video on the YouTube of American versus British things,
Mm-hmm.
and this American guy was saying that cider in America is kind of, upper class. It's, ooh, you're drinking cider. That is completely the opposite here. You can drink cider sat in the gutter. And it's cheap and it's effective and it brings the oblivion quick.
Ooh, that actually sounds like a fun night. I want to drink. Can I fly over there and we'll go out and we'll drink cider in the gutter together?
Absolutely, yeah.
Beautiful.
We can go through the whole grades of cider from the lowest to the very highest, and it will
Yes.
be like a whirlwind ride through high society.
Oof, I love it. All right, Blouse. I'm gonna flush you unless you got anything you want to say or shout out.
Can I shout out a channel?
Yes.
There's a channel called Antisocial Media that's not getting quite the views it should be getting, and everybody should go and check it out and click the subscribe button and hit the bell. And I'm not affiliated with that channel at all. I'm just saying.
Beautiful. How nice is that? Well, thank you, Blouse. We all love you, and will you please come back soon?
I certainly will if I can wake up in time.
Bye, Blouse. That was very nice to shout out a channel that you're not even associated with. Very nice. Very, very nice. Guys, you know what we got to do now? A quick word from our sponsor.
Today's episode of the program is sponsored by Grey Chew.
I want my chew, my great chew. Oh yeah, I need my gray. It helps me play. I keep my focus by 1.2 times, and I feel so much better. When times are hard, I get my chew. You know what I do.
Today's episode of the program is sponsored by Grey Chew.
I want my chew, my great chew. Oh yeah, me play. I keep my focus about 1.2 times, and I feel.
Okay, great. We get it. Great chew. Great chew, guys. Don't forget to, and if they only accept Bitcoin type stuff, Dogecoin type of things, whatever that is. Lasagna Tube, are you there?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, what up, bro?
Hey, RM, my dear friend.
What is up?
My dearest of friends. I was hurt. You said I didn't say you were my friend. I spent the last 2 weeks crying myself to sleep.
Oh, you better be my friend. This is the way to get a friend, is you say, you better be my friend. I force you. I command you. I command you to be my friend, please.
Please. See, that's the key generosity right there. The please. That's what you come to expect.
Exactly. As long as you say please, it's okay to demand that someone be your friend.
Of course, that's the polite thing to do when you're forcing your friendship on another human being.
Well, Lasagna, what up with you tonight? What do you got for us on the program here tonight?
Make pee-pee.
I got a couple calls. The Tampa Linen guys, they wanted you to know there's no children involved. Those actually are not children. It's just apparently it's just some folks, they've been afflicted with the Benjamin Button syndrome. Everything is above board.
So those are adults, because we saw some video of the Tampa Linen, because Tampa Linen is one of the sponsors of the show, and their whole thing is we meant to have bed bugs in our linens. And I saw a video, and it looks like it's kids working in those factories. And you're saying those are adults?
Oh, now, that's a line too far. Those are absolutely adults. And you know what they're doing? They're bringing protein to folks that can't afford it. Bed bugs, major source of protein. Calcium, a lot of calcium.
So when you're, I didn't even consider this, but when you're sleeping, the bed bugs go in your mouth, and you kind of just like digest them. You're just like, you know how people do that? You do that, and then you swallow some of those protein bugs.
Exactly. It's an easy, quick way to keep the diet full. Get your calcium. It's a little bit of a healthy, protein treat.
Ooh, that sounds good. Okay, I take back all the bad things I said about our sponsor, Tampa Linen. So I'm so sorry about that. Thank you for straightening things out, Tube.
No way. No problem. That's what I'm here for. I'll get on the horn. I'll get you some shipments. I guarantee we can get some sent over by the end of the stream.
Thank you so much, Lasagna.
That's what I do. It's warm and hot like a lasagna treat. You know what I mean?
Lasagna, do you have anything else to say, or should I give you the flusheroo?
I think you should probably just flush me. Actually, just on a serious point, though.
Yes.
What about Sam Cedar? I've heard you're a big Sam Cedar fan, right?
I mean, like, the story with Sam, I don't really watch Sam Cedar as much nowadays, but when I was younger, like, Air America was like one of the few things where you could get like a different kind of view, unless you were like reading a Chomsky book or like whatever, going to the library and like, whatever, getting some actually reading. But for like mainstream media, Sam Cedar was like one of the few kind of guys who I felt like I politically aligned with, sort of, a little bit. And he spoke out a lot with when he was with Janine Garofalo about the Iraq War, and there wasn't a whole lot of that when I was young. So yeah, and I met him once, and I got him to sign DVDs, and he seems like a cool guy. But I don't watch it as much now. Are you watching his show?
Yeah, I'm a big fan. One of the things Tin Hat, I noticed you'll tend to put out your videos right around the same time as the interviews. So a lot of people won't want to. Well, here's the thing. A lot of people don't want to watch the interviews. They're a little more dry. You know what I mean? You get some nice comedy content from RM. You know what I mean? Then you go over. It's perfect timing, my man. I'm telling you, it's absolutely perfect. It goes into that YouTube algorithm. I'm telling you.
Oh my God,
that makes I think we get a little cross stream contamination between the two. We see if we can't get you on the Sam Cedar show. And just that's my thoughts.
That would be beautiful. I'll do my best. I don't know if he's gonna listen to me, because he's it seems like he's got a lot going on. He's got kids. He's got Emma Vigeland to whatever direct. I guess I don't know. but he seems like he's got a lot going on. But that'd be cool. But Lasagna Tube, that's so nice. You made me feel so good and put a little pep in my dumb little step, and I appreciate you.
Hey, that's the littlest I could do. I'm happy that I could be involved in bringing you a little happiness for all the happiness that you bring me and this entire community.
Oh, thanks, Tube. I'll talk to you soon.
We'll see ya. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. What a nice guy. What a nice guy. That's what we call friendship material. You ever say that? You meet somebody and you're like, this is friendship material right here. I'm going to force this person to be my friend. And that's how I think about Lasagna Tube. You will be my friend. Sam Cedar said girly man a few shows ago. Girly man. What was, if anybody can tell me the context.
Make pee-pee.
I'm sorry, but Richard Wolff is probably, in terms of comedy, because Sam Cedar was a comedian at one point. I gotta say, Ricky Wolf is even funnier. Mary Kate?
Oh, yo.
Hey, what's up, Mary Kate? It's me, Greg.
Okay, I'm not even gonna take it there today.
Oh, Greg.
I'm not even having it. Nobody likes Greg. That's the attitude people have with Greg, Mary Kate, is they're like, hi, Greg. Hi, Greg.
I feel that, Greg. I mean, you're just juxtaposed with someone who has way more charisma than you. And I mean, maybe if you had your own show with no competition, Greg, you'd do better.
Yeah,
I believe in you.
He says I told him to do that. He says he can't figure out how to set up a YouTube channel. He says it's too hard. Isn't that, it's a little, seems a little lazy, to be honest.
Make pee-pee.
It is hard. If you're a boomer, it is hard. So, I mean, the mods are always here to help if he needs
Beautiful. 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 I'm not having the mods waste their time on that idiot Greg, though. But anyway, Mary Kate, what is going on tonight with you? One of our, really one of the most important members of this community. Mary Kate. Mary Kate, what is going on?
In your honor today, I went to Jamba Juice and I tried a peach pleasure. I got it without the ice cream because apparently it comes with ice cream. But it was really good. That peach did pleasure me indeed. And there was a sign on the wall in Jamba Juice that said, "We want to tickle your taste buds and nourish your neighborhood." I thought that was very interesting. And I was wondering
there's a pervert, there's a little bit of a pervert vibe in Jamba Juice. Tickle the taste buds, peach pleasure. It's a very, something's up over there, right?
They want to nourish the hell out of this neighborhood, let me tell you.
Something's up. Something's up.
You might need to find like a Jamba Juice ripoff who can sponsor you, because I feel like you guys might, that might be a good business relationship you could find.
I'm gonna put this down in the notes, in the show notes. Jamba Juice ripoff. Very good.
Even if it might not tickle your taste buds and nourish your neighborhood, maybe it can do something similar to your body and your neighborhood. We'll see.
I wonder if there's a juice place that's taken the perverted stuff like even further,
Maybe. We've got to do some searching. I'm sure there is. I'm sure in the great US of A there is a very perverted juice place that we can find to sponsor you.
It's like one of their juices is like porno papaya or something.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm trying to think of something clever, but I can't. I'm so sorry. I'm not prepared. I was going to come up with a good drink idea, but I'll workshop it for 3 to 4 hours and then I'll have some. I also had a minor surgery the other day because, as we all know, I'm perpetually near death in my 20s because that's how I am. Oof. And I tried Pepino Lime because I figured I needed to hydrate myself after the surgery. I'm going to be honest, I didn't like it.
You didn't like Pepino? Well, first of all, I like that you're like, this is like a classic thing with Americans, is we're like, I'm sick. The thing that will make me feel better is like the most sugary drink. Yeah, a very sugary drink. So you didn't like Pepino Lime. What? Mary Kate, this is a real affront to our community. Just like, I mean, you might as well just say that you like sweet pickles. How do you defend this position, Mary Kate?
I just don't like the taste of squash. It just tasted too much like a cucumber, which I understand is the point. But I thought they would mask it in sugar, and they didn't. It tasted too authentic, and I'm just really mad that they didn't follow the American tradition of just drowning it in sugar until it's unrecognizable. So
Yeah,
in a
but-
way, it's kind of like a globalist drink, and that offended me as well.
Yeah, it really is. They're like if anybody gets this reference, they're like Gatorade is like the new United Fruit Company or whatever that thing's called. They're murderers. This Gatorade company. I'm really shocked that you didn't like it. But hey, it's a weird drink, and what drink do you actually like? Let's quit with the negativity for once, Mary Kate. And what's a drink that you actually do like?
I like anything with alcohol in it, pretty much. I'm pretty
Whoa!
open.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Mary Kate, you are out of control. You're out of
I
control.
know.
Is there a timeout room? Is there a drunk
The
tank
cancel
room
corner.
in Discord?
I do have a treat suggestion before
Let's
you
hear
put
it.
me in the cancel corner.
Let's hear it.
Hear me out. Sweet potato on pizza. Okay.
Sweet potato. So this is the same person who says Pepino Lime Gatorade is disgusting, and you're putting
but you-
you're putting sweet potatoes on pizza?
Have the pizza without the sauce and plenty of cheese, and then put sweet potato on it.
All right, I'm putting it down. Sweet potato on pizza, no sauce. Done.
Yes.
All right. Mary Kate, you got anything else you want to say, or you want to get the flush?
I would be honored if you gave me the flush.
Bye-bye, Mary Kate.
Bye.
Mary Kate and not Ashley. A classic member of the community.
Make pee-pee.
Let's check this out.
No, it's pure desperate strategy of survival.
Right.
How to pass the time without getting too nervous, and this is easy because he eats and shuts up for 20 minutes, as they put it.
What does he get nervous about?
No, I get nervous.
You get nervous.
Okay.
No, I get nervous. He doesn't get nervous. I get nervous. This kid, I don't know where he came from. This not my kid. He's in my house. I ask him pay some rent. He contributes nothing. This kid, I have no idea where he came from. Great. Classic Zizek up to his old bullshit again. Let's talk to Nolan. Nolan?
Whoa, wait. Okay, yeah, I'm here.
Hey, what's up, Noel?
Oh god, it's Greg. I'm so
What,
scared.
what up, dog? It's me, the Gregster, here on the Greg program.
It's not.
Where we talk about fitness. We talk about, that doctors don't always tell the truth about certain things. You know what I'm talking about, right, Nolan?
I get it. I know exactly what Greg is talking about.
I was watching Dr. Rogan. It's this YouTube channel I watch, and he's basically telling the truth about how kids don't need to,
Okay, you're gonna get us banned from YouTube with that stuff, Greg. Sorry. Nolan, I'm sorry about that.
It's okay. I forgive Greg.
Greg's trying to figure...
He has a mental health problem, I get it.
He's trying to figure some stuff out. He gets a lot of his information from YouTube videos, he doesn't do a lot of searching through YouTube. He's just like, this seems, if he gets an ad or something, he's like, this seems like fair enough. This seems like good information,
Yeah.
He's big into PragerU, like that kind of stuff. Anything, if it's an ad, he believes it.
Prager, what's the PragerU for like schools now? Is he like a part of that?
I think it's Prager Kids or something.
Oh no. he's a grown man, but he's scouring Prager Kids content.
He loves the PragerU children's content. He's like, in his opinion, the regular PragerU stuff is too complicated. So he's like, can they make it simpler what they're saying, and then so that's why he likes Prager Kids.
Learn valuable skills like folding a flag.
Exactly. Should there be like a name for like the kids who watch PragerU? Should it be like Dennis's Ding Dongs or something?
yeah. Dennis's Deplorables, I guess.
There we go. There it is.
The deplorable dip nut. The children of Crowder and I don't know what's another dipwit.
Maybe just the Prager Youth. The Prager Youth.
Oh God! Someone said that. That's so good. Oh, Prager Youth.
Oh, did someone? All right. Well, there we go. Prager Youth. Well, you know what, Nolan? I'm sorry to just derail this whole thing. What is your problem tonight?
What's my problem? My girlfriend was coming over to the apartment, waiting outside the front to like get in, and I had to be like, I can't move the toilet guy. I'm on his live stream. I can't.
So she's just locked out. She's just locked out there. They can't come in.
No, well, she's back. She came back. I let her in. I ran in and out to because I want to make sure that I was on call when I got called on.
Well, I'm glad you know the priorities. That this stream with me droning on about how Zizek talks to his kids is way more important than your relationship.
Yeah, no, she gets it. She understands because I've showed her your videos before.
Very good.
It was a fun time.
Does she like the videos, or is she like, I don't want you watching this cretin anymore?
No, I think she's here with me. Do you like the Mr. the Brown man, Mr. Brown?
I'm not offended by them.
He's not okay.
Oh,
yeah, I think she might be indifferent. I don't know.
Ringing endorsement there by your girlfriend. I would say I don't hate them. Is that good enough? They're fine. They're fine. They're fine.
I don't know. I'm not just you gotta. There's just so much lore involved. It's not like those other channels.
Hey, do you like this channel that I watch? Doesn't make me want to kill myself. I'll say that. Doesn't always make me want to kill myself. Anyway, Nolan, sorry. What do you got for us tonight here on the program?
I don't know. I've been thinking about food and drink because that seems to be like what everyone's talking about.
Yes.
Something that my girlfriend actually told me about that's funny with drinks is that we go to the University of Florida, and of course they're the inventors of Gatorade.
Because the mascot is a
gator.
That's
the
right.
Mascot is a yeah, and so that's why we have like all the vending machines at the university are unfortunately Pepsi because Pepsi Gatorade is owned by Pepsi and it sucks. But also what's funny is that our rival college, Florida State, can only drink Powerade. They're not allowed to drink Gatorade over there.
Is Florida State still? Are they still? Was that like another like offensive thing where they were like, "This mascot is you can't do this anymore"?
No. Yeah, they're not getting rid of the Seminoles. I don't think it's weird.
Do they still do the chant where they're like, "Oh"? Do they still do that?
Yeah, they do, and they still do that thing where they dress up the guy in brown face.
Oh man.
They get like a real good student, and they put him on a horse, and they dress him up like a Native American, and they give him a spear, and he rides around the stadium on a horse. That's a real thing that they do over there.
I mean, it's Florida, so why change it? Like who's gonna whatever? Who's gonna complain about it?
Sucks here. It's a swamp state.
You know
all
what
the
they
restaurants here have Gator in the name. It's so scary.
Oh man, you know what they should do? What would be a funny like halftime thing or like a little routine they could do in the beginning? It's like the Seminole character comes out and he's like got his spear and he's on the horse, and then one of the football player comes out and gives him a blanket.
Smallpox blanket. Nice.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Well, Nolan, I'm sorry to feel like I keep interrupting you. You got a snack suggestion that your girlfriend brought into your life and you're really proud of it.
you have a snack suggestion? I don't. Wait, do I? I have no idea if I do.
Oh, I thought that's where you were going, but clearly I'm wrong.
I mean, you know what? The British guy from earlier, I think beans on toast is pretty good. Like, I know that,
Beans on toast.
Yeah, okay. I know that like over here in the States, you know, we like to meme on the British, but
This
like,
is America. You don't do that
but-
here. This is America.
like beans on toast. I like beans. I like toast. Sounds pretty. I want to know how the other half lives. You know.
You know what?
Isn't
Isn't it weird that we make such a big deal about like beans on toast is like unacceptable to us, but it's just protein. Like we put whatever, like meat and stuff, but
Yeah.
for some reason it comes to beans and we're like, no. You know, like what's wrong? What's going on here? Who decided
I mean,
this?
we'll stuff like a duck inside of a turkey, and we'll be like, yeah, that's normal.
Did you hear what that disgusting pervert who somehow got past the mods who was saying put turkey into an ice cream cone?
Yes, the meat. What do you call it? Meat cream. What did he call it?
I think he called it a meat light.
Yeah, and it was like the meat cone.
All right.
It sounds Lovecraftian. I don't like it at all.
I know, yeah. Well, don't worry.
Sounds
Don't worry. We'll shadow ban him, okay?
Okay.
All right, Nolan. I'll talk to you later.
All right.
Bye bye. I love
It's
you.
an honor to talk to you. Bye.
Honor to talk to you. Bye bye. Good guy. That's a classic good guy right there. He's going to UF. He's doing keg stands. He's going to the football games and he's shouting. He's like, make the mascot more culturally inappropriate. That's what he shouts at his football games. It's sick stuff. And he's eating his beans on toast while he says that. But we still like him. That's the interesting thing. Ian? Is that your name?
Ian, get that ass on the program. Turn your mic on.
Oh, sorry.
Turn your mic on.
Talking to you.
Now it's too late, 'cause I'm already doing a song. So you can just talk in the background.
Ian, this is Ian's song.
Ian, sorry. Ian, I'm sorry about that.
Oh, that's great. No, that's I'm honored.
Got a little carried away. Ian, how are you tonight? And what do you have for us on the program on youtube.com/live stream?
Well, I'm great. I'm a longtime listener, first time caller.
Oh my God. Will you take your answer off the air?
Will I take my answer off the air?
That's another one of those like first time, long time, as they say. This is like a sports talk radio thing where they like ask a really long question. It's like basically a Zizek book of a question about like, whatever sports. And then they say, I'll take my question off the air. In other words, I'm just going to hang up after I ask my question.
No, I'm not going to do that. No,
Okay,
I want to
good.
hear the answer, and I want to grill you.
Good. Let's hear it.
Actually, I actually wrote like a list of things.
Oh,
because
God.
I've been like waiting show after show to get on,
and you never get on.
It's pretty exclusive, actually. So I'm pretty sure I'm
boy.
like one of the last people tonight, right? So, there's a bunch of different things I wanted to bring up. Why don't I start with the crowd pleaser, talking about a treat?
Let's hear it.
People seem to like the most.
Let's hear it.
So my favorite candy is called Mauam candies.
Mauam?
I haven't heard anyone bring it up. Yeah, so they're like Starburst, or like that sort of type of candy, but they come from Europe. It's like a German candy.
How do we spell this bad boy?
Oh, I think it's like MAOAM.
MAOAM.
Yeah, you can see the picture. It comes right up immediately.
The official candy of the Chinese Cultural Revolution, Mauam.
No.
Is that what you're talking?
No.
This is a Chinese candy?
It better not be. It's it's a German candy.
Oh, okay. Mauam. Okay.
Mauam blocks with 2 X's. That's how they spell things.
BLXX?
BLOXX. Mauam blocks, and they call them chewy candies or fruit taffies.
Hmm. And okay, so let's get down to business with this. Is that somebody? I knew somebody was going to bring this up. You little rats in the chat. They said, "Is it like Mambas? Does it taste like Mamba?"
Yeah, or like Starburst, but they're it's like a totally different. Obviously, like anytime you have different candies, they'll taste different. They'll have a different texture. So these ones are a lot more subtle. Like a Starburst, it's almost like drooling out of your mouth, like it's like too sweet. A lot of people love that, but it's a little bit more subtle, tastes a little bit more like a fruit, and you can just sort of like work and eat them all day long. You can go nuts with them, so that's why it's my favorite.
Well, they're on the list. Mauam blocks are now officially on the treat list, and everybody, please cut the crap, stop with the attitude, and go into the description of this video, or really any video, I think now, and vote for the best treat. Okay, but this treat's gonna be hard to get. You're throwing in some you're throwing in some hard to get treats.
Yeah, I just hopefully somebody has a chance to try it, and then they'll be like, wow, like broaden their horizons.
Hold on, somebody who's got to say something.
I'm not eating no foreign treats. I don't eat no foreign treats.
Oh boy. Foreign treats, he calls them. Sick.
Oh man, I was just starting to like you, Greg.
Jolly good. And hey, dude, Ian, did you know that there was that there was British people? They actually stole the idea for The Office and they made their own office. Did you hear about that?
Oh,
no, I've never heard this one.
Oof.
I thought the American one was the first office. Yeah.
Yeah, he's shaking his head really hard right now. It's in a no. Unbelievable. I'm really sorry about that. You had to talk to him. He's a sick guy. Well, what else you got for us, Ian?
Okay. Well, I probably have like too many points to hit because I know there's a limited amount of time.
Go rapid fire.
I just wanted to say the show's awesome. I think it's really cool.
Make
how,
pee-pee.
like so many people when they talk about politics, it takes it so seriously. You take all these the other side, quote unquote, like the right or whatever or the left, so seriously, and people get so angry. And I think it's really awesome how you're like diffusing that. Like deflecting all that anger into like showing how so much of it is really silly, but also like making really interesting points. Like my favorite video is the Dinesh D'Souza breaks through the fourth wall or the fourth dimension or something.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure you never go back and like rewatch your videos, but
no, yeah, that's I would recommend like anybody read some of those old books like the One-Dimensional Man and all that stuff. A lot of that stuff's really interesting, I would say.
Yeah.
That's one of the weird things about those kind of kooks, YouTube kooks and like Jordan Peterson types is they're like these are for the forbidden books, and so it's like just calm down, just read the book, zip that trap and read the book,
And they're like, they pretend to be experts about these things, but if you actually read the material, you're like, their take is pretty weak.
Yeah.
So, I wanted to ask you, have you ever heard of Ludwig Wittgenstein? Yeah, I know I'm coming with the German culture today, but he's like an Austrian philosopher.
Yeah.
Who studied under Bertrand Russell. You're familiar?
Yeah, I am. Yep.
Do you know how many people there? I can probably count on my fingers and toes how many people I've ever met who know who Wittgenstein is.
Are you is that
my
sort
God.
of your like favorite philosopher?
Yeah, if I can embarrass myself, I have his like picture on my wall. Yeah, like I studied philosophy in university, and like when you're going through a big growing point in your life, sometimes you like latch on to one thing, like one person's idea to be like, that was the time in my life, and he was the guy I was reading at the time who really did help me. I wouldn't say I like read it anymore, but it sort of like reminds me of the time when I first, like his first book is all about the limits of language, which
Mhm.
is the reason why I bring this up is because I feel like your show, you're doing this, like the limits of language, how you can't really prove things are like rationally all the time. Like you can
Mhm.
describe things, you can point things out, but if somebody's like mind is closed, then you're not going to change their mind. You're not going to convince them because like language really has a descriptive
Right.
aspect to it, and so it's like language is like signposts that help to point people in a direction. That's like the sort of stuff that he would say. Oh, and his one story, maybe listeners will find this interesting. One of the things that he was always like talking about is the concept of a fly bottle. Like, you know, like when it's like summertime, you're on the patio and there's all these wasps
Mhm.
bothering you. There's like the wasp trap where they can fly into it but they can't get out of the trap.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, that's what language and that's like what our conscious experience is doing to us, is like we're stuck in these mind traps where we have a hard time finding our way out. And and so his whole purpose, and what a lot of like good philosophers like Marcuse as well, what they seem to be on about is trying to like point the way out, to be like, hey, we're like thinking about things literally sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I don't know.
No, that's really interesting. That's a good point. That's something that gets lost when you don't when you're not actually like reading philosophy, is that like, yeah, it's true. Like we do get kind of stuck in these like templates basically of from language and from absolutely from language. That's something that we don't think about, how much that like shapes the way we think, these like symbols and stuff. Very interesting. Did you just Ian, are you there?
Oh yeah, I'm still there.
Okay. Well, yeah, very interesting. I will read more Wittgenstein. I haven't. I remember like I kind of picked some of his stuff up, years and years ago, but I got to go back now. You've piqued my interest.
So if you actually are interested, he has this one lecture he did that wasn't recorded. There's only a transcript of it, and he talks. It's all about ethics and morality. And he sort of talks about how like love and what we understand about good aren't something that rationally come from the world. They come from outside of the world, like through us into the world. A little bit of a trippy sort of psychedelic idea. And that's why, like, we're arguing about what's right and wrong all the time. But it's something that you sort of intuit, maybe subconsciously or like through our consciousness somehow. And it's a really short, like 4, 5, 6 pages. I'm sure it's like if you just looked up Wittgenstein's lecture on ethics that he gave to a small group of philosophers, then you find, and it wouldn't waste your time too much.
Okay, I'm gonna look into it. He's one of the philosophers that I know less about, actually, so I'll look into him. And you know what, Ian? Thank you very much for that.
Well, thank you, and thanks for taking my call.
Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Somebody says, wait, this isn't the Life Aquatica says, wait, this isn't the Kevin Pollak podcast? A lot of people say I do look like that guy. Is he still doing that thing? Let me see if I could do a, because he always did the Chris Walken impression. Let me see if I could do a Chris Walken. What would I talk about? Maybe Chippy or something? I'll be like, she comes in with the snack. It's a beautiful snack. She's got guava with cheese on it. Whoa, weird. That's about as good as I could do for a walk-in. A young Kevin Pollak. This man, he's a weird man. He puts a pickle on a cracker. Why? Why does he do this? It's weird. That's more of like a that's not really the best walk-in, but what can you do? Kyle, hello?
Is that Mr. Walken talking about me?
No.
Is Greg a turf?
Greg's a big time. Anything that's like fairly negative, Greg's into it.
Right. Well, I know you said he got on to old Zizek about being He said he was a chauvinist pig or something.
Oh yeah, he's got weird. He's all over the place. He's
Yeah.
like he's very into like political incorrect stuff, and he doesn't want to wear a
Right.
mask, and he's saying all this
He thinks-
racist stuff all the time. But then he went to
He
a
thinks-
Zizek lecture and said that Zizek was sexist.
Right. I heard he wrote a book or was working on a book, Greg, about what he sees as the most important political issue of our time, which is trans women in sports.
Oh, don't get him started on that. Don't even
I
get
assume.
into.
Oh man, somebody earlier mentioned the algorithm, and it made me look to see like what it was suggesting for me to watch,
Mhm.
like while I was watching you.
Mhm.
And so I went down, and I saw that Davey Paxton was live, and so I clicked on it, pulled it up in a different window, and I noticed that at the top he had $100 super chat, among many $5 and $10 super chats. And the $100 super chat just said "Eat the rich," which is just like you can't make that up.
Wow.
And then so I muted you for a second and saw what he was talking about, and he was talking to some Irish kid about soda and then potatoes for like probably 15 minutes.
Could you imagine David Paxton like responding to the eat the rich thing? He's like, we can't eat them. How would we eat them? That's what I want to know. Would we eat
I
their
was
whole
hoping-
bodies?
Right. I unmuted in hopes that I would hear his response to it, but he may have already done it or something. But yeah, I imagine he just either didn't read it or said, "Oh, thanks for the 100," and then like kind of half read it. Kind of like, did you ever see the speaking of like kind of half reading a super chat? Did you ever see Dave Rubin reading the debates Sam Cedar?
Yeah. Where he's like, we're not even going to talk about that.
Yeah,
guy.
we're not going to talk about those guys. Yeah, that was good stuff. So I looked up.
Wait, hold
because those are
on,
great.
Kyle, hold on.
ahead. No, go ahead.
Megan has a perfect super chat. She says it's a $5 super chat. She says, "Eat the rich."
See now that's appropriate. That's a perfect super chat. When you pay $100 to say "Eat the rich," it seems like I don't know. I feel like if I were spending $100 on a super chat to Davey Paxton, I'm probably pretty well off.
Right.
That's what was bizarre about it.
Maybe,
but-
maybe he's
so those-
like that person's like, you know what? Like he's like a class traitor, basically. That person.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. So I looked up these Austin parrots, and they're called monk parakeets.
Monk
And then-
parakeets, right? Yep.
Yeah. So then I looked up the different. Do you know the difference between a parrot and a parakeet?
One's tongue looks worse than the other one.
Exactly. Yeah, it was bizarre to look up. No, but it's only the size. And instead of Google telling me, "Oh, parakeets are smaller," it says the difference between a parrot and a parakeet is a lot like the difference between a commercial jet and a small propeller plane.
In
Like,
other
as
words,
opposed to just-
just smaller.
That's
They
what I
figured
mean.
out the longest way to say it's smaller.
the longest, most complicated way to tell me it's smaller. Hey, so
Picture-
I had a question.
Picture
for you
they're
this
like
evening.
they're like
But go ahead.
to put this in perspective. Picture a man, like a very tall man, and then picture a newly born person. The newly born person. That's like what I'm talking about. Just say
Right,
smaller.
but no, and then they continue. But at no matter what age, just the size of the newly born person. Picture that.
Exactly.
But the age doesn't matter, right? So did you know? There's a couple things. One thing I wanted to bring up is, did you know that Zizek is married to his fourth wife, and she is a philosopher and journalist as well?
I know that. I remember I didn't know he had 4 wives, but I remember he kind of had.
I mean, he doesn't currently have 4 wives, but he's had 4 wives. yeah.
Right. He's not doing like a Mormon situation. but-
Polygamy thing.
Yeah. But I didn't know that he's been through so many wives. I remember he was married to kind of like he kind of had a child bride situation at one point where he's married to like a
Did he
really young-
really?
Yeah, he was married to like a really young lady. Maybe that's his current.
This lady's 40, which is pretty young for Zizek, but
is her name Jella?
No, Jella Krekik Zizek. Yeah.
Jella Krekik Zizek. What's being married to Zizek like?
Dude, I mean, that's how I ended up looking this up, because we're talking about his kids, and I was like, dude, what is Zizek being your father like, you know? And then I became interested in like, what is it like to be? It's hard enough to imagine even just being around him, much less be living with him, like living with Zizek.
Exactly.
There she is. That's the eyes of someone that lives with Zizek.
I mean, she's cute, right? She's pretty cute.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
Zizek marries some pretty cute ladies. We gotta give it up.
He does. So I Googled first off, I'm surprised you didn't ask Hakeem about his interview with Richard Wolff recently.
Well, if it were that guy, if it were actually that guy who I thought it was, I would have totally that'd be funny if I just treated Vadim like he's like,
yeah, like Hakeem.
Yeah, so hey Vadim, I was watching your video on whatever some book that Lenin wrote. Yeah. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, all right, whatever. Fine.
So anyways, I Googled R.M. Brown.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a guy that was at the University of Austin, Texas, named R.M. Brown. It looks like he's a molecular biologist. Is that any relation?
Yeah, that's what I do when I'm not doing this stream. I'm doing molecular biology.
I thought maybe that was the case.
Definitely not me. Definitely not me. The only thing that I've ever done at the University of Texas is
did you go there?
No, I didn't. I went to school in Miami, but I've definitely been in there, and I've used the soda machine in there. Does that count?
Yeah, I suppose. I reckon it counts. So here's the main thing I wanted to ask you this evening that I've been thinking about the past couple of days.
Yes, please.
Do you in your real life, in your real life friends, how different are they to you? Do you have similar political
Beat a kid at
ideology
Walmart.
to your real life friends, like politically? So or are they mostly kind of just Democrat people?
Or
do you kind of not, or do you not discuss politics with real life friends and stuff?
I would say like my closest friends were pretty much exactly the same, but some of my more like, people who I don't hang out with as much, I pretty much don't talk about political stuff at all with.
Right.
But yeah, no, I'm pretty close with my close friends. We're pretty much on the same page.
Yeah.
What about you? Are you running into political issues with your friends?
I mean, yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Let's hear about it.
I mean, it's not like, so basically they just, not most of my friends, but there's a core group of male friends that I'm in a group text with that have been in forever, And
you guys, this is what I've heard about you and your guy friends is that you get together and
go ahead.
You say dudes rock together.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, it's a dude power kind of thing.
Oh,
yeah.
Boy.
But we did have to kick Greg out of it.
No.
He was getting
Let
a
me
little
back
too
in,
loud.
dude. Let me back in, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
Fantasy football, dude.
Stop. God. Jeez.
But
Sorry,
yeah,
man.
no, it's just they're left leaning as far as like, I mean, American left leaning. They're liberals.
They just don't care that much. They're not like reading.
They just don't. That's what it is. They just don't care. And so the little bit of politics that enters their space is like, they'll hear some reactionary type stuff, and they'll hear about how like they think. So basically, they think the further left you are, the more you dye your hair purple and yell at professors or whatever. That's what they. That's what they.
That's a lot of people. For a very
is a lot
long
of
time.
people, yeah.
For a very long time, we've had this thing where it's like, it's just like this internet thing of like, oh, that's politics. Like, there's some people who are kind of like who I think are annoying, and then there are some people who I don't think are annoying. I'll go with the not annoying people, I guess.
Right. There's like I've just been trying to say, like, kind of steer them away from the idea that is politics, that like the most important issues are whether or not Disney is gonna make weird movies or whatever, I don't know, but yeah, and that the really the most important thing that I see on the table right now, other than like climate change, is the PRO Act, and that we get it passed.
Yeah. I mean,
so,
like,
anyway.
Well, it depends. It depends like how deep you are into this stuff. I won't go into a whole thing about the PRO Act, but
what do you think about the PRO Act? You're not a fan?
No, I think it's definitely like a step in the right direction, but it's like what I've kind of like had to come to terms with is that there is something to this idea of like if the like economic system and the political system are constantly at odds and are constantly fighting each other, you can't really make lasting progress that much. So if we do like sort of keeping money out of politics stuff, it'll be good, but then it's just like the New Deal stuff that
like no, we want that back, and they'll point to some issue that's happening, like the economy inevitably doing poorly or something, and saying we need money back in politics. Yeah,
and you could read like that book, a really actually fascinating book. It's still interesting. Is that book Dark Money is really good, and she's a really good reporter. But it's basically, I feel like that'll just keep happening. Like it'll be like, okay, well, we're gonna pass some laws, and then like those kind of billionaires will just go right back to work, like pouring money into whatever. And it's not only that; it's like both of these parties. I mean, there's no way around this. This isn't like a radical lefty thing to say.
That's what I'm wondering. Like, where do you find any optimism or solution in that, or is it just
if anybody had any doubt as to like both of those parties are controlled by like big money and big corporations and all this stuff, just watch that Kristen Sinema clip. That's like everything you need to know.
Jesus Christ, man.
That's like everything you need to know right there. This lady who came in as like a Green Party, and now like couple of years later is like, wants to be best friends with Mitch McConnell and is like, happily voting down like a very basic thing, like a $15 minimum wage. So yeah, she's a nightmare, but I do agree with that. I think that that's not a radical position. Is that both of those parties are controlled by like huge.
Oh, I mean, entirely. Yeah, I mean, I think that's like like you said, that's not difficult to find the answers.
Did you watch that? Did you watch that?
Make
pee interview, or Make pee and versus Destiny debate thing?
I did, yeah, I did watch that.
You remember the part where he's like, where Destiny was like, well, by your definition, because you're just saying that if people call themselves socialists, then they're socialists, then the Democratic Party is, and Richard Wolff made the point of like, which is true, which is like, well, no, because they are against all of that stuff. They're against all the kind of mild reform stuff that version of socialism does.
And I think because that was so, ludicrous to say, I thought that, but I think what maybe Destiny was confusing it with is that, like, there are, like, he is describing AOC.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think he is describing Ilhan Omar. He is describing like the what do you call it? What do they call them? The squad, basically, or at least some of them, in that. But that's not at all the Democratic Party. Yeah.
Yeah. Totally. It's just two parties. They represent, kind of different sort of, different forms of wealth, different versions of wealth. And that's what it is,
So what you're saying is when you look at something like the PRO Act, you just like, you're like, yeah, I'm for it, but like, fuck it, it's not gonna last. Or just like,
No, I think all those things are noble causes, but I think the point that I think a lot of people are coming to terms with is that you make those reforms and you'll have these two parties who are not interested really in having those things be permanent or having those things have long lasting sort of widespread effects, will not be that interested in defending them against attacks from people with lots of money. And I'm definitely not saying that something like that is not good. It is good. It's just like, I think that would be the argument to not be like super excited about it. Would be
there's not much to get. There's not much. I mean, like, it would take a lot for me to be at all excited about anything that the Democratic Party is putting forward. But I guess just like I don't know, where do you see change happening in the future?
Well, look, I'm a little too stupid to like give prescriptions on that stuff, but I think the people who
Hakeem on
people what I think Hakeem would say in this case, or somebody who's like aligned to that way of thinking, would they say like, look, it's if change is going to happen, it's going to happen from people getting together and organizing, for example, at workplaces and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, but that's why the PRO Act in particular is so important, because it would enable people to do that, even if it's just for the next 3 years. Even if it's just until Trump Jr. gets in or whatever and says, I don't like that. It's gross.
Yeah, exactly. But I think the point is, what they're trying to say here is like, look, it's not going to be the government. It's not going to be like a top-down thing to make changes. Like, for example, like a better healthcare system or better housing or all kinds of this crap is not really. It's going to have to.
What I'm really quickly, what I'm saying with the PRO Act is that this is. It's passed from the top, but it's something that enables the bottom. Like, it's something that is making it more accessible for people at the bottom to group together and get something started. I don't know if that's the way I see it.
I'm hopeful for that, for sure. Definitely hopeful, and I think those things are positive. I think they're definitely positive. And yeah, I mean, I'm hoping stuff like that works out.
Sure.
It's just I'm just giving you the perspective of, I think a lot of people who are I would say politically aligned in my direction are kind of like almost like giving up on any kind of legislate. I mean, not totally, but they're more focusing on like, look, people are gonna have to do this ground up, and if something like the PRO Act helps that, then I think that's probably positive.
I'm completely in line with that. I mean, I completely agree with that wholeheartedly. Like, I agree that it has to be the ground up. And in the meantime, I align with Chomsky on this, which is it's all ground up. But in the meantime, if you can step out and vote or encourage, something to get passed that's going to help the ground, then that's great. Let's get that going as well. But on that note, you had mentioned the homeless thing earlier. That vote is on Saturday. If you didn't,
did that already pass?
It's on Saturday is the vote that they said. Yesterday was the last day for early voting, and the Saturday, the May 1st is when you vote for that, or vote against it rather.
So what do you think? Do you think Austin, Texas is going to vote to basically criminalize homeless people?
Dude, from what I've I've mentioned, I've been doing some calls and stuff on it, and from what I've when I called a list of Bernie voters, like it made me like really hopeful, but anybody else I've talked to, including these friends these aforementioned friends, don't like just. It's wild, like the just blatant like classism that's like unnoticed by the people talking about it and stuff, and how much people just think it's like legitimately just like some people have like at least decent logic with their arguments, although they're arriving at the wrong answer. But some people just straight up are like, oh, it's gross. There's like trash everywhere, you know?
Mm-hmm. Somebody's saying in the chat, teenage Chris Walken would be a good bit. What would teenage Chris Walken be talking about?
It's like getting one of these unhoused people to buy him some cigarettes.
He would be doing that. He would also be like, I like to play Fortnite. I'm playing Fortnite on my Switch.
Right.
I got my
Show his
Switch.
friends his dad's watch and tell the story about how he kept it up his ass for years or whatever.
Your father, he gave me this watch. He gave me this watch. He gave me
That's
this
one of
watch.
my favorite scenes right there.
No, it wouldn't be a watch, though. It would be like a Nintendo Switch. Your father gave me this Nintendo Switch. That would be teenage Walken.
Right. Yeah, I love it. It's
well,
good.
Kyle, I think I'm going to have to wrap it up, but will you come back next time?
Of course I will. Real quick, you've seen Dogtooth, huh?
You know what? I know. I've heard a lot of good reviews about Dogtooth. Never seen it.
Oh man, I don't know. If for some reason it came to mind when y'all were talking about Kids. I don't know why. I think I watched Kids really late, and I think I watched those two movies like around the same time.
You merged them in your brain.
In my brain, they were merged. Yeah, so it made me think of it. That's such a good movie. I mean, you probably saw either The Lobster or Killing of a Sacred Deer, which are by the same guy.
I saw The Lobster, but I never finished it. I got to go back and watch that. But yeah, same guy. Very interesting director, I would say.
Same guy. The Dogtooth is like, I loved Dogtooth. The other two, like Lobster, I enjoyed. Killing of a Sacred Deer, I wasn't a big fan of, which might be a hot take. I don't know. But Dogtooth is excellent, and I highly recommend it. But hope that you get to watching Burning first.
All right, I'll check it out.
All right,
Kyle, I'll talk to you soon.
Adios.
Bye-bye. Kyle, rad dude. Somebody was saying that they forgot about that scene from Pulp Fiction. Yeah, that is like, it's weird because like that scene is just like, that one deleted from my brain as well. Just like Christopher Walken is in that movie. What? Okay. Your father gave me this watch. He told me, teenage Walken, your father, he was doing the floss dance. He was watching YouTube, your father was watching, and he told me to give you his account login info. Teenage 2021 Christopher Walken. I'm on Steam. Your father told me to give you my Steam account. Okay, the show has officially gone off the rails. Guys, this is where we say bye-bye. And a special thanks to all the beautiful...
Special thanks from me, Greg. Want to give a shout out to all the ladies.
Stop, Greg.
Okay. The Greg Show. Produced by Harvey Weinstein and the other Weinstein brother and Eric Oh, this sound just changed.
Okay, stop. Bye, everybody. Have a good rest of the night, and